as long as you can see me. Hey, gosh. And welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's doing okay and everyone is doing well. Another day, another Love Island review, and our final review of the week. Sorry guys, I'm really channeling my inner Chicane TV today because I actually took a nap before Love Island, and just the way that episode went, I said, well, I'm not even going to style my hair and wear Asho. I'm not doing none of that, because what was that episode and what was that dumping? What was that? Not only am I going to tear some singlets of these Love Island casts today, I'm tearing some of you guys' singlets, because who was voting for Grace and Connor? Who? Let's get into it. So, as I usually am always say, number one, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and definitely join the family. Also, be sure to follow me on my Instagram and also on my Twitter at @SarahDestinyX. And number three, as I usually am always say, please get cozy and comfy with a lovely drink of your choice. And let's get into today's review. Also, guys, you guys know today's Friday, so you know Sunday. Remember that we're going on live, because some of you be saying like, oh, you keep forgetting. Don't forget, oh, live is a vibe, honey. Okay, so yeah, definitely be sure that you are there on Sunday so that you can join in on our review, which will be live on YouTube. So let's start off with Joey and Jess on the terrace, or Jessy, sorry, Jessy with a Y. Not much to say other than the fact that the spirit of Ekansu is definitely still alive in that villa. But they of course were on the floors, and then they ended up, you know, they had a kiss in yesterday's episode. They ended up going to the bedrooms. Those Love Island producers are very fast. The second there's a recoupling, they literally changed the names on the bed. And Joey was just like, oh my gosh, that wet hair, that's so exciting. Oh yeah, that Connor and Grace are over there. Oh, should we like try out? Let's just see how it is in the bed. So they were in the bed and they were kissing again. I don't really have much to say other than the fact that I don't know why Joey is acting like this, and this is why I feel like it seems all very performative. Not to compare the babes in the villa, because everyone is their own person, but I don't really get much from Jessy anyway. She's a blonde babe, and you know, she's pretty and she's cute, but I just don't get why Joey, I feel like the way Joey has been acting is a bit weird. It's very irrational, very random. No one can tell me the way Joey is acting is normal. It's not normal. Okay, it really isn't. Now of course, now Nicole now comes to speak to Matilda and Harriet, and Jess now ends up joining them. And then Matilda said, at the end of the day, you know, the game around the fire pit wasn't great and it wasn't nice for Harriet, blah 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 blah. At this point, Harriet started chiming in and was just like, yeah, like I wasn't okay with it. Like, you embarrassed me, you done this, you done that. She's definitely forgetting what Matilda done. I mean, Matilda literally asked him to repeat the insult to your face again after she had a laugh in your face. Like, it's not really making any sense. Now, obviously, at that point as well, Jess now started speaking, and she was, Harriet now walked off, right? So Jess now started speaking, and then she was just like, at the end of the day, she can't accept the fact that Ronnie actually liked me. And I just thought, nah, this girl is delusional. Who is speaking about Ronnie? Who is it? Like, Harriet stays on your mind 24/7. It's given fan love, fan love. I'm so sorry. Like, when she mentioned that, I just thought, you keep saying, oh, Harriet keeps bringing up the Ronnie situation. No, she doesn't, babe. You do. What's not clicking? What's not clicking? You're the only person who constantly brings up this whole Ronnie situation. Harriet has even tried to be your friend, for goodness sake, and you think it's because of Ronnie that Jess, please. I think we can all agree that they're just never ever going to be friends. But it's given loser energy. When she made that comment about Ronnie, I just said, yeah, forget this one. This poor serious. This one is not serious at all. Now let's move on to Grace now talking to Umar. That obviously, if she finds out that Joey and Jessy kissed, then she's 100% done with the entire situation. Like, I'm done. I'm never going to allow myself to be in that type of situation. Now, at this point, Joey and Jessy had now come back into the villa. They had now split up, and then Joey now called Jessy over for her to come and join them. And while she walked past, Grace was just like, oh, she's so annoying. And my thing is, and I'm going to get into Grace later, she's probably, yeah, I'm tearing her singlet and a few other people's in today's review. But my thing is, like, she keeps saying all these things and making all these digs and having all of these comments and everything and left, right and center. But this is exactly the same thing that you've done to Samantha. So why do you think you're exempt from this same treatment? So am I the only one getting that vibe? Why does she think she's exempt from the same treatment? Is it because you and Joey had history in the past? And I get it, guys. Like I already said, I feel like Jolly, you know, Joey is moving mad. I'm not on any of their sides, because Grace be doing her bits, Joey also be doing his bits as well. But at the end of the day, it's low-key given that she feels like she's better than Jessy. Like, she was even just like, I get she's a bombshell and everything. Yeah, but you are as well, and you done this exact same thing to Samantha. The call is coming from inside the house, darling. At the same time, Ronnie asked Joey and confirmed if they had kissed. And yeah, Joey was just like, yeah, like they definitely did. So not much to discuss other than at night time, everyone was doing bits and bobs apart from Mimi and Ayo, who were catching up on their beauty sleep. I'm also telling Ayo's singlet in today's review. You just wait there. Before they went to bed as well, Trey asked Jessy if they had kissed. And of course, she said yes, but she said don't tell anyone. Then what was so funny was when they were going to bed again, I don't know why Joey's acting like this, but when they were going to bed again, Joey was like, did you tell anyone? And she was just like, yeah, like I just told Trey, but you know, he's not gonna say anything. And then he was just like, Trey, yeah. Jessy told you about the kiss, yeah? Like, make sure you don't tell anyone. And Joey's just like, come on, bro, come on. Come on, bro, I'm not gonna tell a soul. Very unserious, I'm sorry. And then anything else, Matilda told Harriet that they don't need to be besties, aka her and Jess, which we've already established. And Nicole and Kieran ended up telling each other that they love each other in bed. I've already given my feedback regarding the whole Nicole and Kieran situation. Very much over it, been over their couple, been over their edits, been over. And I have a feeling that the producers are just doing this right now because they know that CASA AMORE is going to be so brutal. And they're prepping us for the heartbreak that we're going to see with the heartbreak that we're possibly going to see with Nicole. And that's not a curse, by the way, please. It's not a curse. But saying I love yous, being all of this and all that before CASA AMORE is a rookie move. A very, very, very rookie move, if you ask me. Now let's move on to the following morning. So Jess asked Trey about them going on the terrace and when they woke up, and he was just like, yeah, I think they just went to go have a chat or something. I know something you don't. I know something you do not know, honey. Now, of course, Joey now ends up bringing Jessy a coffee. This was just so messy. Like, Joey now ends up bringing Jessy a coffee whilst all the girls are getting ready. Jessy is also doing her makeup next to Grace, right? Joey now comes to bring her a coffee, and then he now goes back outside, and then it's just like, oh, obviously I'm going to make one for Grace too. So now he goes upstairs to give, and he gives the green tea to, I think, Jess, and he said to Jess, oh, like, can you give that to Grace? The Grace now went to go give it to, Jess now went to go give it to Grace, because she's like, yeah, I'm not drinking that. I'm sorry, no, I'm not drinking that. So she went to got up, put the coffee and bang in the hallway. Very awkward place to put it. They don't make no sense whatsoever. But as she was walking past as well, oh no, we'll get into that later. Sorry, there's something else that I also want to say there. Joey and I ended up bringing up the green tea, and I wanted to bring it to her, and she was just like, yeah, honestly, no, thank you, I just don't want. Like, you can go put it down the drain. Just thinking, how the tables turn. This time last week, Shibu, you were doing kiki and kaka in the presence of Samantha. Oh. One thing about those tables, they're gonna turn. Okay, they're actually going to turn. Oh, by the way, guys, that's my pink thing for my, because sorry, I just noticed it. Just anyway, I digress. Cool. Now, of course, quickly moving on till Sean. Oh yeah, Sean was doing Amebo. He was like to Will, oh, like Joey and Joey and Jessy went on the terrace. You know, I had it yesterday. It was just like, couldn't tell you a thing, boy. I just thought, Sean, you stay there. I still can't rate him after the situation that happened with Omar. I'm so sorry. I just really can't rate it. Now, of course, you know that Jessy and Jess now ended up having a conversation about Joey, and she ended up, telling her that, of course, they ended up having a kiss. And Jess was like, oh my gosh, like, Grace did say literally that if she finds out you guys had a kiss, then that's her done. Like, she's completely done with the whole Joey situation. And I'm going to get into Jess anyway after, because I don't know why Jess now went to go and tell Nicole about it when she was just like, at the end of the day, it's best that it comes from you before this and this, blah, blah, blah. So for her to now take that news, even though Jessy told you, you know, it's kind of like a secret or whatever, and now go spew that to other people in the villa. Like, I don't care if you've got besties in the villa. I told you not to tell anyone, and I told you not to tell anyone because you're also besties with, like, I feel like as well, the way that the girls are treating Jessy, like, that girl is definitely an outsider in that villa. It's like Joey is her only friend. But of course now we know that Jess now... What did Jess do again? Oh yeah, Joey now came over to them, and Jess was just like, yeah, like, you know, you need to tell Grace that you need to have a conversation with her. Now Jessy now goes to confront Joey about Grace's comments, because obviously when the whole tea thing happened, Grace was saying stuff like, hey, he told me that I'm priority, he told me that I'm number one, blah, blah, blah. But then Joey was just like, at the end of the day, I've got to do what's best for me. I think we have a really good connection and everything. And then at the same time, that's when Jess went to now go and tell Nicole that, oh yeah, by the way, they had a kiss. Once again, I just don't know why she done that. I don't feel like it was her place to say that or even speak on the situation whatsoever. And it's just getting messy. You guys already know how I feel about Jess anyway. I do think she seems to be quite interesting. Would I say sorry, she's my favorite islander in that villa? 100% not. But it wasn't her place to say, I'm sorry. And obviously she's saying it like, you'll never guess what, like almost like just because she doesn't care about the Jessy babe, and she also doesn't care to see anything backfire, or she doesn't care to, yeah, she doesn't care to see anything backfire. That's it. Now of course we know that Jessy now ends up putting Grace for a chat, and they now had a conversation. Now this is how I'm going to tear Grace's singlet number one, because they had a conversation. Obviously Jessy's spilling the beans. Yeah, we had a kiss hair, there was a bit of smooches in the bed. I just wanted to kind of let you know. And then Grace just started saying some really erratic things, and she was just like, you know, as a girl, I would never do that, like, at the end of the day. And I'm just thinking, okay, but you are a girl, and you done this exact same thing to Samantha. Like, what's not clicking? Am I watching a different Love Island? I'm so sorry. What's not clicking? She's just like, as a girl, I wouldn't have kissed him, and at the end of the day, like, I'm done. Like, I'm completely done with the situation. At the same time, Joey now walked past, and I went like, she did eat with this little thing. Joey walked past, and she was just like, not now, don't come over. I just thought, hey, this girl, but how interesting. The tables turn. This is why in life, guys, this is just a little message here. You have to be humble. You never know what lies tomorrow. You may be laughing at someone today, but you could be put in that same situation tomorrow. Life is very interesting. The scripture already says it, Sha. Whatever you sow is what you will reap. I said it in my review yesterday or the day before. You can't sow for oranges and expect plums. It ain't gonna work. Okay? Call it work. So obviously now they ended up having that conversation, and I just didn't really get it. I feel like Grace was trying to insinuate that Jessy owed her loyalty, but did you owe Samantha loyalty? And even if you did you give it to her? Grace, what's not clicking upstairs, honey? The call is actually coming from inside the house. Grace now goes to call Joey for a chat. They end up having a conversation. Joey, once again, I think is very confused, but he's definitely just doing what he wants. And then Grace was just like, well, at the end of the day, I'm done. I heard that you kissed, so yeah, good luck and wishing you all the best. So she definitely ate with the comebacks, I would say, but I feel like the reasonings and the way that she's kind of assessed the situation to make it seem like Jessy, like even blaming Jessy in the first place for Joey turning is a bit weird. Like, I don't know, guys. I just found it really weird. This whole, oh, you're supposed to give me loyalty, and I would have never done this as a girl to you, and I would have never done that, even though you've done this exact same thing to Samantha, is very interesting. And I think she thinks she has a one-up from Jessy just because her and Joey have history. But honestly, I don't care to see Grace and Joey rekindle. This is not X on the beach. If it was going to work on the outside, it would have worked on the outside, and I'm completely over that situation. But let me know down below if you agree or you disagree. Now let's quickly move on to Joey and Jessy were having a conversation. He said that he wants to go snookling, and I just said, oh my gosh. I know he's not trying to say what I think he's trying to say. Snorkeling. I just said Joey Essex will Joey Essex. I'm sorry. Joey Essex will honestly Joey Essex. Now moving on, Matilda and Sean were having a conversation about things that they like. I'm not going to get into the details of it because I won't lie, I did cringe. Yeah, I was very cringed out by it. But I'm sorry, Sean is literally down 10,000 points in my mind. He has been since the whole Oma situation. I mean, eliminating your opponent, it's just, it's a very loser mentality. I'm so sorry. So I don't care for Sean and Matilda. Yeah, I don't care for Sean and Matilda. If you care for them, let me know down below. But I don't care for Sean, and I don't think I care for Matilda as well. So as a couple, yeah, you know the vibes. Now let's quickly move on to Matilda and Ayo having a conversation. Guys, let me tell you something about Ayo. Ayo is very skilled in saying a lot, but not meaning a lot. You know, people that instead of writing the sky is blue, they're like, the sky is a mix between the darkest blues mixed with the whitest whites, giving a tone of, that's Ayo. Like, Ayo just be speaking and speaking and speaking. So they're having a conversation, right? And obviously speaking about how much they've grown and how much they really like each other and everything like that. And then Mimi was like, to Ayo, like, you know, let's just have a conversation about, you know, if someone was to come into the villa that was your type and everything like that. Like, I don't want to deal with that. I'm not the type of person to deal with multiple things at once, blah, blah, blah. And I started speaking and saying, Mimi, listen to you, yeah? Mimi, listen to you, yeah? Listen to me. As long as I can see you, I'm going to always be honest with you. You're always going to want to know. You're always going to want to know. You're always going to know as long as I can see you. And I said, this is someone who's so strategic with their words. What do you mean as long as you can see me? Hey, gosh. So as long as you can see me physically, you're going to be truthful. And you go, okay, so what happens when you don't see me? Because CASA AMORE is coming. We've all signed up to this. So we know that CASA AMORE is definitely coming. And I think Mimi as well was just like, oh my gosh, like, okay, like, cool. In her confessional, she was like, you know, the reassurance, like, at the end of the day, Ayo knows I'm home. I just said, oh my gosh, guys, they are setting... Guys, I would bet anyone £10. I don't even need to bet you because it's going to happen. I was going to meet mine in CASA AMORE, and I hope you're all ready for it. The producers are just giving us these edits just to kind of prep us, just to kind of let us know that something is brewing. Because I don't know what I was saying today. A whole lot of nothing. Okay? A whole load of nothing, to be more precise. There was just lipping, yabbling, yamba, bomba, mumbling. He's going to be mad in CASA AMORE, and I hope everyone is prepared for that. And if he doesn't, I'll come back and bite my words. Okay? Now, of course, we know that Nicole... nothing else actually. Shall I speak about that now? No, I can speak about it next. So you guys know nighttime ended up coming, and the girls and the boys are having conversations, predominantly around the whole Nicole and Kieran situation, with them saying the L word. Nicole, of course, ended up telling the girls that she said, you know, that Kieran told her he loved her yesterday, and also the boys, Kieran told the guys. The comparisons in the reactions was actually quite funny. Like the girls are like, oh my gosh, ah, okay, don't scream. Let's do a silent clink clink. And then the guys, I think Kieran was talking to Will and Sean, and then he was just like, yeah, like I told her I love her, and then firstly, there was silence because I could definitely hear the crickets in the background. And then Sean was like, ooh. And then Will was like, yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. I'm just thinking, why are boys like this? I don't know why guys are like this. I'm actually so sorry. But once again, everything that I said regarding the Nicole and Kieran situation still stands. I'm over them. I do like Kieran. You guys know Kieran has been eaten these past couple of days and episodes. But I don't know, something about that Nicole babe, like, I just don't know. So I feel like the producers are prepping us for major damage, you know, that is going to be caused in CASA AMORE. Now, of course, we end up knowing that they end up getting a text for like, I need us to gather around the fire pit immediately. And the results of the couples who received the lowest votes from the public was, of course, announced. Now, I was definitely gutted, and I did already say this in my other review. I was so gutted that the bombshells and their couple would be exempt from the vote, because the plan was for Jess to go home. But now that Trey went to go and pick her, the plan failed. Like, the plan was actually for Jess or Joey to go home, I think. The thing with Joey is, Joey moves mad, but he is also low-key entertaining. But the plan actually was for Jess to go home. But obviously, Trey saved her bum, so she ain't going nowhere. And then we were told that the couples with the fewest votes, and at risk were Uma and Will. No surprise there, we don't really see much of them because of the producers. Producers, fix up, let's get together. Grace and Connor, no surprise there as well. And Harriet and Ronnie, I was a bit surprised. I expected Matilda and Sean to be up there. So, okay, cool. They ended up now announcing the couple that was dumped from the villa. And the second Jess received the text, I said, I already knew it. Because, you know, Love Island producers had to do that. You know, it's whoever is the opponent, who's the op, who seems to be the op in the couple, or to the couple that are there, they're the ones that are going to read out the votes. So the second Jess was announced, they just got the text and said, the couple with the lowest votes, and therefore dumped on it. I said, okay, it's ready, Harriet and Ronnie. But I didn't actually think they were actually going to call Harriet and Ronnie. I said, maybe the producers are playing with me. Harriet and Ronnie were dumped today, and first things first is I was just as shocked as they were. There was definitely silence, okay? The silence was so loud after it was announced that they were dumped, but they all took a while to process it, and I also took a while to process it, because I need to know who is voting for Grace and Connor. Who voted for Matilda and Sean? Reveal yourself in this comment section as I'm talking right now. Who voted for Matilda and Sean? Who? Grace and Connor. I cannot even believe that Jess is still in that villa and Harriet isn't. I'm shocked. Guys, I'm so sorry. When I say I'm actually so shocked, I'm actually so gutted. Like, I actually wanted to see Ronnie and CASA AMORE. I actually did. And I actually did like Harriet in the villa. Yeah, don't get me wrong, the babe's a messy babe, but she's entertaining. Like, some of the other girls are messy, but they're not entertaining. Harriet is actually an entertaining babe. So obviously now, even while still packing their bags, she was just like, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Matilda was crying. Matilda is... She's been there for 48 hours though. Didn't she just arrive? I don't know, but Matilda was crying as per. And of course Harriet was just like, yeah, like, I think one of the girls asked, you know, like, what do you think caused it? And she was just like, yeah, obviously it's Ronnie, like, because of the way Ronnie's been acting. But no, I don't know if these votes are real. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm very surprised that Harriet and Ronnie were dumped today. I actually wanted to see Ronnie and CASA AMORE, and I actually find Harriet to be a lot more entertaining than some of the other girls in that villa. So that is that. Of course, you guys also know as well that we were told Sunday night CASA AMORE is coming. I'm not surprised. I think I said it earlier this week that I felt like Casa Amore was going to come sooner than later anyway, because we're 4 weeks into these reviews, which is absolutely insane. But yeah, guys, I'm gutted that Harriet and Ronnie are on their way back home. Well, I don't know anymore. These results are always jagger jagger, and the plot twists are just not given, because what do you mean Harriet and Ronnie are on their way back to Heathrow? I'm gutted. But let me know down below if you also agree, if you disagree. Do you feel like they should have been dumped? Do you feel like other people should have been dumped? Please do let me know. Casa Amore is on Sunday, so let's kick off the vibes. Apparently quite a few of the people coming for Casa Amore are exes of, or they are known to some of the islanders in the villa. I don't know how I feel about that, because this honestly is an ex on the beach. So let's see. We don't know how many, so let me not speak too soon. But Casa Amore is on Sunday. So let's, you know, switch things up in the villa. We've got another 12 names to learn. So we'll definitely see how that goes. But do not forget that on Sunday we are going on live. So make sure that you are here to have a good time. Because last live we not only discussed my hair color and ended up doing it, but just had a good time, you know, just a jolly good time, you know what I mean? So yeah, definitely be sure to tune in on Sunday. But other than that, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, for your love and for your support this week. This is the final review of the week. So tomorrow is our day off and we'll be back on Sunday. So once again, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and definitely join the family. Also be sure to follow me on my Instagram and also on my Twitter at SarahDestinyX. And number 3, please do stay blessed, have a lovely Friday, an amazing weekend, and I shall see you on Sunday. Bye.